Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Crackin' for a Cause. I am your host, MrBevers, and I am joined today by the wonderful Graham from Loading Ready Run. Hey Graham, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. I know that you have a very busy schedule, as you know most people do these days, but you more so than others, maybe because not only are you making content, but you've also got a small child at home as well, right? I believe that's the case, right? So parent life can be busy just by itself, let alone with all the other things you've got going on. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Why don't you give a little spiel about who you are and where people can find you?
Absolutely. Like you said, my name is Graham. Loading Ready Run, who is my group, I suppose. We're a comedy internet troupe. We've been making jokes online since 2003. And we've been doing magic related stuff for, gosh, the better part of a decade at this point.
Gotta be at least that, yeah.
Yeah, we do a bunch of stuff on our own and officially with Wizards of the Coast. You can find our Magic podcasts, Tap Tap Concede and North 100, wherever fine podcasts are served. You can find our Magic streaming on twitch.tv/Loading Ready Run, which also streams lots and lots of not Magic things if you're into things that aren't Magic. But why would you be watching this if you didn't enjoy Magic? And our sort of comedy and light entertainment content on YouTube at youtube.com/Loading Ready Run. But our Magic specific channel, split the channels, is youtube.com/LRRMTG, where we put up the VODs of our streams and our podcasts there, and little Magic shorts, and perhaps more to come.
Sweet. I'm looking forward to it. So that everyone out there knows, perspective wise, I actually found LRR myself from Desert Bus 2. That was
Desert Bus 2.
That's where I first saw you guys sitting in that tiny little room on those tiny little sofas, filming with, I think it was like a handy cam or something like that at the time.
Oh, it was so bad.
Yeah. And I was like, what the heck is this? Like some was one of my friends from, I want to say early college, maybe late high school, was like, hey, check out these guys. They're doing this weird thing where they're streaming this horrible game for hours. And I was like, what? I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. What is this? And I saw it and I was like, this is a ridiculous thing, but it's amazing. And then I've just been sort of watching your content on and off since that time. You know, I've enjoyed a lot of it, let me tell you. I think your streams are probably one of the only streams I watch regularly these days.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm sorry, I knocked something over.
That's okay. I mean, I could probably reach out and knock over any number of things.
We're just barely holding things together these days.
That's right. See, exactly. As long as we're still breathing, it's all good, right? That's basically what it comes down to.
We're fine.
So thank you again for being here. For those of you out there who don't know what the show is about, the show is, of course, a charity pack battle where we're going to be opening up a pack for charity purposes. We're going to be opening. Ooh, Graham's kind of giving you a little sneak peek there. Can you guess? Oh. Can you guess the pack from the back? I think most of you probably can get it, I would imagine.
I don't know.
It's that little orange, that little red stripe on the side. Maybe gives it away.
Might be a clue, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But so for those of you who don't know, we're going to be giving money to charity based on the winner of the pack battle, and we've come up with a stipulation. But first, we're going to talk about the charity. So, Graham, why don't you give everyone a little spiel about what charity you've chosen to send my money to if you win today?
Yeah, well, you mentioned Desert Bus, and so I will be nominating Child's Play Charity there. They're based in the U.S., but they support children's hospitals all over the world, including some very local to us in Victoria, BC, which is great. And they make it be less miserable to be a child who has to live in a hospital. Mm-hmm. So they're a great cause that we really enjoy.
And speaking from experience, not myself, but my cousin was a child in a hospital for a number of years. It's miserable to be there without anything. So Child's Play does great work.
It sucks being in hospital at any age, but imagine being a child.
Yeah, being a child in a tiny room with like nothing. Just like everything's sterile walls and like nothing entertaining to do, and you're just there.
Don't like it
for who knows how long, right? Yeah, it's not fun. It's not a fun experience, let me tell you. But Child's Play does a lot to help that, as you said. So totally. And I think they actually, I think when I've donated to Child's Play in the past, I think they do the children's hospitals near me as well, in Ontario.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
because I think they hit up sick kids in Toronto, and also the one in McMaster, Hamilton area, I believe is
Cool.
the case. So yeah, so there are a couple out my way that get benefit from them as well. So, definitely,
Terrific.
as Graham says, they're worldwide basically at this point. So like, or at least maybe North America wide. I don't know if they do anything outside of North America, but
No, there's some overseas too. Yeah.
so there you go. See, awesome. So,
Wow.
I mean, it's definitely worth checking out. Links below, of course, in the description for the charity as well. So if you can give, please do so. We would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
And for my charity for this week, since I rotate through 4, where I'm going to send Graham's money if I win, and that is going to be the Canadian Cancer Society, which, of course, I mean, everyone knows, I think, something about cancer. If not, maybe everyone has a little personal experience with it or not. If you don't, you're lucky, I guess. I think a lot of people these days are dealing with either someone they know or someone that they love having dealt with cancer in some way. So I like to have them on the list because it's a big one for me. That's actually why my cousin was in Children's Hospital. So it's kind of a tie in there. He was diagnosed with leukemia when he was 16. So yeah. So he's in remission now. So,
That's awesome.
it's been I don't know, like it's been a very long time now, and he's still doing well, so that's good. So there you go. Children's Hospital and Cancer Society both doing good work and helping me keep my cousin around. So there's that, right? There's the story of showing that it works. So
Terrific.
so that's basically that for the charities, and then we're going to, of course, now talk about the meat and potatoes of the series, which is the pack battle itself.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, Graham picked this set, and he was like, "How about this?" And I was like, "Hey, I do have a pack of that sitting around, so yes, we can totally do that." And do you want to show it off there, Graham? What do you think?
Sure. It's a pack of Fate Reforged, and I knew I had this because I got 5 wins at we do 5 rounds for some reason locally at the Fate Reforged pre-release. Or no,
That was
it was
a while
the
ago.
Khan's Fate. It was the Dragons of Tarkir pre-release,
Okay.
actually.
Mhm.
And I got a whole bunch of packs as prizes and went great. And I brought them home and put them in a drawer and haven't touched them since then.
Yeah, see, so Graham's telling you all that he has way more willpower than most people I know, because they would not be able to. I've had a few people come to me for this show specifically, and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna do this pack," and I'm like, "Okay." And they're like, "Do you have a pack sitting around?" I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Oh, I have to go buy one. How can you have it just sitting around?" I'm like, well, I mean, I have them sitting for this purpose, for this show.
Yeah.
But it's like, so it's, I have to do it. It's not like I want to do it. I have to do it. And they're like, if I was me, I would have it would just open. It would be gone already. I've opened it already. I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, I understand that. I understand. But we're going to do a good stipulation today. So why don't you tell everyone about the stipulation that you picked?
Yes. Throwback to one of our earliest pieces of Magic content that sort of gained popularity for its sort of bizarreness. We're going to be doing a hat stipulation, and the winner will be whoever's pack has the card with the best hat.
Best hat. So I'm stoked for this, because now, did this come out of you guys specifically from one of your own events, or did this come from the Community Cup?
No, this was our own thing. This
Okay.
was so way back, James and I did weekly stipulation drafts as recorded content for a site called MTGO Academy.
Right, correct.
And we did a draft of original Innistrad.
Yes,
and
I recall.
The stipulation was we just had to pick the card out of each pack that had the best hat.
Correct. Yeah.
And then try to build a deck out of
Lots
that.
of
and then
skeletons, if I remember correctly, with those tricorn.
Oh yeah, Manor
hats.
Skeleton,
yes.
the guy that's just like, come on, we gotta go.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. There was also the oh gosh, it was just reprinted in War of the Spark, but with Fibblethip. Totally Lost? Was it Totally Lost? No, there was a variant of that. Maybe it was called Totally Lost. There was some blue like bounce or put on top of library card that was just a hat
From Innistrad.
floating on the water.
Oh
It was
yes,
just a hat.
Gone Missing.
Gone Missing.
That was it, right? Gone Missing with just the hat floating on the water. Yeah.
Yeah. So we did that, and the deck worked out really well, and it was just a funny thing. And then then we did it. We did something with hats at the Community Cup. A couple years ago, the Community Super League, we did a singleton hat deck that like I swear to you, we just goofed this thing together and it performed astonishingly well. Like it should not have been successful.
I love when that happens though, to be honest with you, because you're just like, you do this silly thing and then it works and you're like, huh.
I mean, like my bear deck on game nights, right?
Man,
like
that was
was a goofball deck that should not have occurred, and yet.
But I mean, it kind of had to happen. How long have you been talking about like Bear Force 1 essentially as a deck, right? Like, I mean, it had to happen. I'm so glad that it actually got there and took the win though, because I mean, that's just like it's like the cherry on top of this long baking cake, basically, right?
Yeah, it felt so good.
All right, well, let's get right into the pack battle then. So we know our stipulation, of course. So we're both gonna open up here. Okay, so here's the question: are we counting all headgear as hats, or do they have to meet certain criteria?
I mean, I guess we can fight about it, but I think because again, I don't actually know how good Fate Reforged is for hats. I picked Fate Reforged and then we chose hats,
correct,
right? Yeah. So like headgear, I think is fine. Headbands is like a stretch, right? Like
I'm
helmets,
thinking like this monk here that I've got, right? He's kind of got like a weird like. He's got a weird sigil or something on his forehead. I don't know.
Well, I've got an Obzon Sky Captain, which is a bird with nothing on their head.
Okay. So the monk definitely no hat. Okay, here I've got a dude with a mohawk. Oh, you've got the thing.
So do I.
You go. All right.
Enhanced awareness, nothing there.
No.
Typhoid rats.
How about the big old snake? Is that snake, big right? Or zombie fish? Yeah.
Zombie fish. Yeah. Grim Contest.
I have a feeling there's not going to be a lot of hats here. There's a lot of people here that look similar to me with their bald heads.
I've got the dragon.
Oh, there you go. Now. Yeah, and I've got this.
Yeah. Oh, that manifest could be anything, even a hat.
It could even be a hat. You're right.
This Rakshasa with some sort of really cool looking headdress on.
Okay,
Rakshas's
that counts.
disdain.
Then we got to keep that. That's for sure.
Current front runner. Yeah.
And because I have Teamer Battle Rage, which is, though it's a great card, doesn't have a hat.
Very good card. Yeah. Map the Wastes. No. I mean, we know the Obzon have great hats, but you can't make any out in this card.
That's true. Yeah, because like if you look really closely at the tower that it's pulling, you can see the dudes in their little soldier regalia. So they have like helmets and stuff, but like it's so far away. I don't know if you're gonna
too far away. No.
So I've got this Hunt the Week though, and although it looks like it's wearing a sweet hat, those are actually like antlers. So it's not really a hat. Yeah. They're like on fire or like lava. It's really cool, actually.
They're very cool.
Okay, so I've got this guy here, Fierce Invocation. He does have a hat of some kind. It's like some weird like fur hat, it looks like.
I hope this doesn't come down to an argument between Rakshasa Sustain and Fearless Invocation.
Let's hope
I've got a Formless Nurturing, which could be any kind of hat.
And I have this Teamer Rune Mark, which again, no hat, just some sweet antlers coming out of the side there. Are you into uncommons now, or are you into commons?
No, still commons.
Okay.
Sandstep Outcast. He's got his hair back in a bun. Looks very nice, but
again, no hat. Okay. All right. So I've got my first uncommon here. I don't know if you're on uncommons now. Okay. So I've got Battlefront Kurashok or something.
Kurashok.
Hey, it's the same card. All right, there it is. And
I think that means we're tied because these guys all have helmets.
They do have some sort of headwear. That's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so then my next uncommon. Let's see. Can we match again?
Marang River Prowler. Oh. Print runs. With a small set.
Here we go.
Yeah, this guy's got luscious locks, but no actual.
Hat. Okay, and the last uncommon. Let's see.
If we're gonna go 3 for 3 on uncommons, I have Mistfire Adept.
You mean this card?
How did we do that?
We've opened the same 3 uncommons.
That's amazing. Wow. And this guy,
I mean, like you said, it is a small set, but like that still seems a little. And the fact that we both had the same art on the front of our pack too, right? So
yeah, we did. We had the
okay.
It's one of the rune marks, I think.
No, that's temporal.
Oh yeah,
It's the one that takes an
Right.
extra turn or whatever, right? Isn't that the one?
right. Yeah.
I can't remember the full name of
Okay. Is your rare gonna save it for you?
it. No. I want to say no.
Neither's mine. I have Polygon, the Storm's
Hey, that's
Fury.
a good rare though. It's a nice rare.
Good rare, notably hatless.
Okay, so my rare is a Palace Siege, which is also not a bad little rare. This is a standout in limited, if you remember.
Oh, it sure was.
But it's funny because there's like a lot of little dudes on this card fighting a dragon, but none of them have hats. They've all just got like mohawks.
I think.
Now I have a foil.
Oh, you have a foil.
I have a
okay,
foil.
I do not. What would you got for
my
your foil?
is definitely not a person. But it is a rare though. I did get a rare foil, and it is a scroll of the Masters. Scroll of the Masters.
Oh boy.
So, there's definitely no hat in that.
No.
Let's see, is there actually a hat? No, there's no hat in that card.
I also got a Rugged Highlands, but
I got that Jungle Hollow.
I think I can get there.
Okay.
Because my token
is
a spirit.
Right.
Wearing, honestly, a very cool hat.
It does look very cool when you held it up there.
It's like a helmet with a spike on it and then a fur...
With the fur lining.
Fringe around it.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Whereas my token is just a manifest token. It could be anything you want. It could even be a hat, like you said.
Yep.
But it's definitely not a hat. So I think that means you take it then. Because our hats were kind of tied. We both got this card, so that just basically
we both got Battlefront Crew Shock.
And then you got a hat with Rakshasha, I think it was.
Rakshasha's Disdain, yeah. Like a headdress kind of thing.
And so I can't really see it in the camera, but this guy looks like he's wearing a beast as a hat. You know what I mean? Like the head of a beast as his headwear, but you can't really tell what it is. It just looks like a beast of some kind. Furry. It's a furry hat. But if we cancel those two out, then you have more hats than I do, right? You've got the spirit.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me see if I can. Oh.
Whoa.
Focus. Try desperately to focus. This is great. This is great television.
There it is. Oh, yeah, that looks really good. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that hat.
Oh, that looks rad. Yeah, it's got a little spike on there. Oh, and hey, now we've got... I was like, hey, now we have picture-in-picture of Graham holding his card.
That was very strange.
Well, listen.
All right.
New technology you've learned that you can do, I guess, on your side here. Picture of you in picture of you. Yeah, no, that's great. So that means that you win. So I'm going to be donating to Child's Play, which is totally fine with me. And then if you would like to donate as well, you're more than welcome, of course. If you do choose to, feel free. So then the screenshots should come up here in the middle of the video, showing our thank you pages of donations. So last but not least, of course, thank you so much, Graham, for taking some time out of your day. I greatly appreciate it. It was a blast to have you on. And why don't you give everyone a little spiel about where they can find you in case they fast forward through the video, which we both know is a thing that happens.
Loading Ready Run everywhere. You can find Loading Ready Run on Twitter, on YouTube, on Twitch. We stream so much on Twitch. We run it like a little TV station. There's something in there for everybody. And we do a bunch of Magic the Gathering. And if you want just our Magic content specifically, youtube.com/LRRMTG. That's where you can find it. I'm on Twitter myself at Graham_LRR if you want to say hi.
And just, I'm going to do this for you because I enjoy it. But if you're into music in any way, check out Graham's significant other's channel, Kathleen, because she does some sweet streams on Twitch that don't get VODed or anything because it's all music. But she goes through some awesome new bands and stuff. I've learned of some new stuff that I'm I've never heard of these before, and it's great. I don't get to catch it that often because it's so late for me when she goes live.
Yeah, it's late night on Saturdays. It's about 9:30 Pacific every Saturday at twitch.tv/Kathleen_LRR. And yeah, the show's called Brave New Faves. No VODs, no masters.
And sorry, I didn't want to throw that sort of curveball at you, but I love the show, so I wanted to make sure that I got in there.
Don't worry, I support the hell out of
Oh, I
Catherine.
know you do. I'm well aware.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I have been your host, Mr. Bevers, joined, of course, by the wonderful Graham. And as always, may your pulls ever be better.